So, have you ever felt like your own mind is, well, your biggest obstacle?
Mhm.
That constant chatter,
Yeah.
the endless distractions, the struggle to actually focus?
Yeah. It's a classic human struggle, isn't it?
Yeah,
Feels very current, but it's ancient.
it really is. And today, we're taking a deep dive into an ancient text that speaks right to this problem.
Yes.
Chapter 6 of the Bhagavad Gita, it's often called Dhyana Yoga or Atma Sanyam
Right.
Yoga.
The yoga of meditation or self-control.
Exactly.
And what's fascinating, really, is that Arjun, the warrior, on the battlefield, he basically asks Lord Krishna the same question we ask ourselves.
Which is,
How can I possibly control this restless, this really fickle mind?
it's so relatable.
Completely. And the wisdom Krishna shares, it's not just for like hardcore meditators, it's incredibly practical for anyone looking for inner peace, maybe more effectiveness in their daily life.
Okay, so that's our goal today. We've looked at traditional interpretation, sure, but also modern research on stress, practical guides.
Got to connect the dots.
Yeah, connect the dots. We want to pull out the most important nuggets, the really useful stuff, so you can walk away feeling informed, but maybe also with some surprising facts, things you can actually use.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
Let's start with Arjun's challenge. He's overwhelmed, right? Distracted. And he asks Krishna about the mind, how unstable it is.
Compares it to the wind, I think.
Yeah, like trying to control the wind, incredibly difficult.
And Krishna, he doesn't dismiss it. He actually says, yes, you're right.
He agrees.
Absolutely. He validates that the mind is restless. It is hard to control. But crucially, he doesn't stop there.
Okay.
He gives the solution. Control is possible
How?
through two things, mainly.
Yeah,
Continuous practice, that's abhyasa, and detachment, which is vairagya.
practice and detachment, so it's not like a quick fix.
Definitely not. It's about consistent effort. Not forcing it, but consistently redirecting it.
And this leads to that really interesting technique Krishna gives. That verse, yato yato nishtalati.
Right. Essentially, whenever the mind wanders, because it will, it's restless, it flickers,
Yeah.
you gently bring it back.
Gently. That's key, isn't it?
Very key. You fix it on the self.
And when the Gita says self with a capital S, what exactly does that mean in this context? It's not just our personality, right?
No, not the everyday ego. It's pointing towards something deeper, that core of awareness, your pure consciousness, your essential nature, unchanging beneath the surface thoughts.
Okay, so like guiding a playful child, maybe. You don't wrestle with it.
Exactly. You don't fight it or scold it. You just lovingly, patiently guide it back again and again.
So for you listening, maybe you're trying to work or study and your mind just jumps to checking your phone.
We've all been there.
The Gita's advice is just notice it and gently, patiently bring your focus back.
Which brings up that really important question. Is your mind working for you or is it working against you?
Friend or foe?
Krishna puts it very clearly. For one who has conquered their mind, it acts as a friend.
Yeah,
But for one who hasn't, the mind remains an enemy.
that's a really powerful idea. But how do we, practically know in the moment? Is my mind being a friend or an enemy right now? What are the signs?
Well, think about the quality of the thoughts. Are they constructive?
Hmm,
Do they lead to clarity, focus, positive action? That's the friend mind.
okay.
Or are they generating doubt, anxiety, distraction, making you feel stuck? That's the enemy mind.
So like the example you gave earlier, preparing for something important, that inner voice saying, you'll mess this up.
Enemy mind. Definitely.
But then consciously shifting to, okay, I've prepared, I'll do my best. That's the friend mind taking over.
That's the shift. But it's maybe a bit deeper than just positive self-talk, though that's part of it.
How so?
The deeper practice Krishna points to is that consistent abhyasa, the bringing back in vairagya, the detachment. It's about seeing that negative thought arise,
Noticing it.
noticing it, but not identifying with it, not getting swept away by its emotional charge, and then consciously choosing to redirect your focus. That's cultivating the friendship.
Got it. Okay, so moving on slightly. When people hear yoga, they often think, physical postures, stretching, balancing.
Right, the asanas.
But the Gita gives a much broader definition, doesn't it?
Much broader. Krishna defines true yoga as samatvam yoga uchyate, equanimity.
Equanimity. What does that mean in practice?
It means doing your actions, your karmas, without being overly attached to the results. Maintaining an equal state of mind samadhavam, whether things go brilliantly or, well, not so brilliantly.
So not indifference, like you don't care.
No, not indifference at all. It's more like profound inner balance. It lets you stay focused on the task itself, fully present, instead of being constantly pulled around by anxiety about the future or regret about the past.
Okay, how does that equanimity translate into, say, the modern workplace, the daily grind?
Well, imagine you're leading a big project. Equanimity means you focus all your energy on doing the best possible job, executing the plan.
Right, the process.
Exactly. Not constantly stressing about will we get the promotion or what if the competition launches first. That worry actually drains energy from the task itself.
Makes sense. Or the example of a graphic designer.
Yeah, it could mean deliberately creating a focus zone,
Yeah.
turning off notifications, really dedicating time to deep work, undistracted.
Which clients probably appreciate more than just quick replies anyway.
Probably. That depth of focus allows for real creativity, real quality. That's the deep work people talk about now. It's rooted in this ancient idea.
The Gita also mentions practical things for meditation, like a clean place, a stable seat.
It does give some pointers for setting up. A clean, perhaps sacred space, a seat that's not too high or low, stable.
But the emphasis isn't really on the external setup, is it?
No, the real emphasis is always internal. You could be in a tiny corner sitting on a simple chair, but if your mind achieves that calmness, that focus, that's the effect of meditation.
And we see this working for people today, right? Like that student example.
Absolutely. We hear stories like a student struggling with focus, maybe feeling overwhelmed, starts doing just 5 minutes of breath meditation each morning, maybe just at their desk, and sees real improvement in concentration, grades go up, or the tech professional, maybe working long hours,
High pressure.
very high pressure, finds that building in short meditation breaks, maybe finding a quiet nook in the office, actually boosts their energy and clarity for decision making. Is the internal shift that matters most.
Okay, so we've talked about mastering the mind, mastering action, environment. This all seems to build towards a kind of blueprint for handling stress, doesn't it?
Definitely. And stress is huge today. You mentioned that statistic earlier. I think some reports suggest something like 82% of people in India feeling stressed.
Yeah.
It's a major issue globally.
Yeah, it really is.
And technically, stress is just the body's response to any demand placed on it. It's not always bad.
Right, there's good stress.
Yeah, what scientists call eustress, moderate, kind of motivating. It can push you to peak performance, like before a race or a presentation. But then there's distress. That's the bad kind. Too much, too prolonged. Leads to fatigue, burnout, breakdown.
And the reactions. They can be physical, like high blood pressure, or emotional, like anger, anxiety, lower productivity, too.
All of the above. And the Gita, especially in verse 6.17, offers this powerful antidote.
Can you remind us of that verse?
Sure. Yuktahara viharasya yuktachastasya karmasu itasvapnavabodasya yogofavati dukhaha.
Which basically means?
It means that yoga, defined here as the state that destroys sorrow or suffering, comes to the person who is balanced. Balanced in what they eat, how they rest and recreate, their actions, their sleep, and their wakefulness. Moderation in everything.
Balanced. That sounds like the core of a yogic lifestyle for stress management.
Exactly. And this verse really points to 5 key pillars.
Okay, what are
First, a hahar, which is diet. But it's not just what you eat, it's also how you eat.
how you eat?
Yeah, eating calmly, mindfully, happily, that enhances even simple food. But eating while stressed or fearful, that can actually make even nutritious food less beneficial, almost harmful.
Interesting. Okay, number 2.
Vihar, recreation and rest. Engaging in things you enjoy, hobbies, exercise, creative stuff, things that bring joy and help regulate emotions. And yogic practices themselves, like meditation or gentle yoga, offer really deep rest.
Makes sense. 3rd.
Vyavar. This is about conduct or action, how you behave. And the Gita suggests your behavior is really the sum total of your diet, your rest, your thoughts, your emotions.
It all connects.
It all connects. So act with integrity. Focus on doing the right thing, the right action, without getting obsessed about the results. Kind of like that equanimity we talked about.
Okay, pillar 4.
Vichar. Thoughts. This is crucial. Cultivating positive, constructive thoughts brings joy. Negative thought loops, they just fuel stress.
So how do you cultivate positive thoughts?
Well, meditation helps quiet the noise. Breathing exercises calm the nervous system. It's about becoming more aware of your thought patterns and gently choosing more optimistic or realistic ones.
Right. And the last one, number 5.
Achar, or sometimes bhavana. This is about behavior and emotions, but maybe more focused on self-control over desires, attitudes, habits. Conduct, personally and socially, helps avoid unnecessary conflict and drama leading to a calmer life.
So it's really holistic. Diet, rest, action, thoughts, self-control.
Exactly. It's a whole system for balance.
And again, we see this play out, like the student improving focus with just 5 minutes of breath work.
Or the IT professional finding more energy, not by working more, but by balancing work with proper sleep and those short mindfulness breaks. It's about integrating these principles.
Okay, this all sounds incredibly valuable, but let's be real, it also sounds hard, sticking to this path consistently.
It is challenging.
And Arjun himself brings this up, right? He basically asks Krishna, okay, what if I start this path with faith? I really try, but then I mess up. I deviate. Does all that effort just disappear?
Like scattered clouds, he says. A beautiful image.
Yeah. What happens then? Is it all for nothing?
And here Krishna gives maybe the most reassuring answer in the whole chapter.
Which is,
He says, no, absolutely not. Such a person is never destroyed, not in this life, nor in any future life.
never destroyed.
Never. The effort made towards good, towards self-mastery, is never wasted.
Wow. So what happens to that effort?
Krishna says that person, in their next life perhaps, takes birth in a good environment. Maybe in a virtuous, prosperous family, or even better, in a family of yogis or wise people.
Okay.
And because of their past efforts, that latent tendency, they naturally get drawn back to the path and continue their journey from where they left off.
That's a huge aha moment, isn't it?
It really is.
It means every single step you take towards, being more mindful, more controlled, more peaceful, even if you stumble, even if you feel like you failed, it counts.
It absolutely counts. It builds a kind of inner momentum.
Like learning an instrument, maybe. You practice, then you stop for a while.
Yeah, good analogy.
But when you pick it up again, you're not starting from scratch. That foundation is still there. It comes back faster.
Exactly. Your past efforts give you a kind of head start, propelling you forward on the path. Whether you think of that path just in this lifetime or across lifetimes, the effort is conserved.
That's incredibly motivating.
It is. And the Gita goes even further. It declares that the yogi, the one who is striving for this inner mastery, is superior.
Superior to who?
Superior to those who just perform austerities, or those who are merely learned scholars, or even those who just focus on ritualistic actions.
Why superior?
Because the yogi embodies the essence. They have achieved or are striving for that practical self-control, that inner surrender, that mastery of the mind. It's not just theory, it's embodied wisdom.
It connects back to that idea of the mind being your friend or enemy.
And that your own self, your true nature, is your ultimate friend. Taking time for it, connecting with it, even through simple practices like chanting or a few minutes of quiet at home, that's essential.
Okay, we've really covered a lot of ground today.
We have, from the restless mind.
Yeah, understanding that challenge, then the tools like practice and detachment.
The idea of equanimity, yoga beyond just postures.
Right, and that whole holistic yogic lifestyle, diet, rest, action, thoughts, conduct as a way to manage stress.
And finally, that really profound assurance that your efforts, no matter how small they seem, are never, ever wasted.
It feels like chapter 6 of the Gita isn't just philosophy from long ago. It's like a timeless user manual for the mind, for living well in any time, including right now.
I think that's a great way to put it. And if you zoom out, look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
The kind of stress, the anxiety, the dissatisfaction we see everywhere.
Yeah.
The wisdom here offers a genuine path towards finding balance, finding purpose, something deeper than just chasing the next external achievement.
So for everyone listening, as you think about all this, what really stands out to you? Maybe consider what's one small balanced step you could take today or this week.
Doesn't have to be huge.
No, exactly. Maybe it's just noticing your breath for 5 minutes, or trying to create a little focus zone for one task, or maybe just being a bit more mindful about your sleep tonight or how you eat your next meal.
Those small steps add up. The Gita itself is like this incredible beacon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Inspired so many people across history. Gandhi, you mentioned Einstein. Its core message is so universal.
What is that core message boiled down?
I think it's that mastering your own mind. That's the real key. The key to peace, to fulfillment, to navigating life effectively.
Well, we really hope this deep dive into the Bhagavad Gita has given you not just, interesting information, but maybe some real inspiration.
Inspiration to explore this wisdom a bit more, perhaps in your own way.
Yeah, to see how these ancient insights might resonate in your own life today.